Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. So, this is sudden. I wasn't expecting to stream or do anything really, but some of you might have noticed that I haven't been working with Rich for a while. We haven't been doing sessions together and stuff. And I thought, I had to work on my own, get things ready, prep, make my own website and stuff. And just wanted to share the good news on my end. Hey, new website, woohoo! Who knows? For me, it's been a wild ride. I don't know, it's weird taking this long break, and in a way, not really knowing how to get back. Since some of you might have heard, I'm working as a massage therapist right now. I have several jobs like marketing, massage therapist, and everything. So physical life just really takes a lot out of that time. But I want to get back. I want to get back to live streaming. I want to get back to making YouTube videos, working in spiritual ways, and just do stuff I used to do, but more out of because I like it, because it's a hobby, because it feels good helping people, and in a way I had it complex, doing sessions, working spiritually, and all the other things. There was this massive pushback where if I would spend 5 hours with person teaching them a soul contract technique and how to remove all that stuff, people would be like, "Oh, don't you dare to charge money for that." I'm like, "It's work. You're spending time trying to help someone out, talking it through and everything else." And I wish this world was different. I wish we didn't have to survive and pay bills and pay anything else, but we have to. And it used to be like this pushback where, man, trying to do the spiritual work and make money and getting this pushback on, "Oh, you're a scammer, don't you, you're not into spirituality if you're taking money for this kind of work." Like, thanks. So because of this, I spent a lot of time training, getting new skills, getting a job and everything else. So hey, I'm a normal person. I do I do massages, I do marketing, I do other things. Yay, I'm making money in that kind of way. Now I can go do sessions and everything else and not feel bad about charging money for it, because finally I feel I can give quality work, I can help people, I can do stuff. Anyway, so that's me. So getting back to this thing, you might have heard that Rich and I, we had this split. Some of you would visit richwest.net and get sessions with us and stuff like that. We decided not to work together anymore, mainly because my schedule was all over the place. We have 10-hour difference, and I would have a hard time showing up because getting to work is 2 hours, getting back home is 2 hours, and it would be too easy to, okay, oops, bus left because I had a client and now I'm gonna be late and everything else. It's just it really caused a lot of issues in that way of me not showing up, me not giving quality service to people. And so in that way, we separated. He does consultations and everything else. He's amazing. He has a lot of great services. Finally, I was able to sit down, work on my own end, set up my new website, vilasava.com. Go check it out. It's just I just started, so it's still, I wouldn't say not too crappy, but it's messy. I still need to fix a lot of settings and everything else, but I like it. It feels like it's new, it's me. I can add anything on top of it. I can add more content, I can add blogs and all the other things. One of my main focuses will be writing about the races that I have met in my out-of-body experiences, or while recalling past lives, or while working with clients, or having these conversations and they share who they encounter. So this is pretty exciting for me, like a new step in life, finally opening up a new page in my life, so to speak, or the new chapter. Anyone that is watching this, and I will have to make a shout out, anyone that has bought a session with me or a quick scan while I was working with Rich and did not get it, please write me an email. I want to make sure I get back to everyone. I want to make sure I, give the services that people bought, because it's it sucks, man. It sucks not being able to give it to people, and we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, it's just a new step in my life. Like, hey, finally. So yeah, and anyone who is more like, hey, this website could use some more work and I can help, please write me down. Like, we can definitely like set up something, and maybe you will make it even better and help me out with that. Anyway, so there's that. I'm really excited. Feel good. Like, hey, finally, like this is my own. I can edit it. I can add all the information. I'm not depending on anyone, because like when I was working with Rich, all the money would go to Rich, and then we would split it and everything else. So like every client and everything that I was doing would have to go through him, and it just put like a lot of I don't know, like it was just like a lot of pressure on him, because he had to answer emails, he had to get back to clients, he had to tell me like, hey, someone bought a session with you, someone bought a quick scan, get back to them. And it was like never the best way to communicate with people. So finally I have control over it all. I was able to set up PayPal. Yay, like, oh, I'm a big girl now. And like now I can see anyone that, if anyone writes to me, I get the email. If everyone gets the service with me, I get the email. I get to know, like, it's not going to someone else, so it's less likely to be lost, it's less likely to disappear, or less likely me not getting back to anyone. Good on me. Yay. That being said, I am planning on uploading more content, or a lot of content, or some content about massages, and specifically things a person can do for themselves to help help yourself to relieve pain. And whether it is headaches, whether it is like, people have this tennis elbow syndrome, where it's like, like you just like massive pain, or a lot of different issues. Like, working with massages really opened up my eyes with the medical side is so messed up that they're not helping people properly. Like, they're just shoving pills down your throat, or telling all these different ways, or even doing massages. You just have to go by the book, or else. And I'm like, my teacher is freaking amazing. I love him with all my heart. And we just found ways to go, like, not against rules, but all the ways to help yourself in such a simple way. So anyway, it's been a while. I have not been talking in English. I have not been communicating. Like, all these services and everything I've been doing, I feel like working on my own stuff has really changed. I don't know, put me back. And like, I feel so tired with my English. I feel so tired with expressing myself in English or communicating about these things. So like, I'll have to remember all these little things. But I'm just excited. Like, there's so many ways, like little stretches or pauses, symmetrical relaxation is what we're using. I'm gonna upload shorts. I'm gonna make longer videos on things you can do to relieve the various pain. Like, because I've been working with some people who have sent me email with, I have this kind of pain. I would send them like a little video and explanation on how to do stuff. They would do it, and all of a sudden, like the TMJ or various headaches, migraines, tensions would disappear. It's like, it's just so super simple once you know what to do and how to do it. So I will be making all kinds of content, I think. We'll see. Like, there's just so many things happening in my life right now, but I want to get back to making content, growing my YouTube channel, and like appreciating the community I have right now. Everyone that's been on my journey from the very beginning up until this moment. I just like, everyone that's been with me. I really appreciate you. Like, you asking questions and giving me a chance to open my mouth and talk about various subjects and express myself. It means a lot to me. You sharing your opinion and sharing your journey with me, and people in the comments, it's amazing. Because like, there are a lot of people who think alike, and like having a Discord channel has like allowed me and others to create this kind of community where like there's a lot of like-minded people. And so far, even while I haven't been showing up, there have been people who've been taking care of the server, and they've managed to keep everyone in line in a way that it's not too toxic. They're I haven't seen that many people who would shove their opinion down someone else's throat saying this is the only truth. People seem to be very accepting, knowing that everyone has their own belief systems. Here's mine, here's yours. We can discuss it. And it's just amazing. So I appreciate that a lot. And seeing these things, finally, like while I'm taking care of my life, I want to make sure that YouTube and this community that we have created together will be improving, and I want to make sure I spend more time here. Finally, like it just feels like I have covered, and I'm still covering, but this bigger side of survival, taking care of physical things and everything else, it's been a big thing. Having to pay rent and everything else, but I feel like I'm finally stable. It's like I can do it myself. I don't need anyone else's support and all the stuff. And it's a massive relief. And finally, I'm getting that interest back. I want to work in spiritual ways. Seeing people like doing this kind of guided out of body consciousness shifting. People have good visuals or, decent enough. And we just pick a subject and people are like interested in like, they get these experiences like at night being visited by some beings, and then we go exploring, like, let's go talk to them. Let's go talk to beings that have been messing with you or appeared in your space. And then people just have these like conversations with beings that have been visiting them, or even like, let's say, soul families and all this stuff. It's just amazing to connect. And, I can tell you a story from my perspective, what I see, what I believe in, what I know, but it's something else when you get to experience it yourself. It's not me trying to prove something to you. It's not me saying like, oh, it's this way and you should believe it. No, like this is the place where people will have a harder time questioning their beliefs and asking, is this real? Am I making this up? But once you just allow it to flow, like whatever you see, whatever happens, like just let it be. But it's there. You get this information, you get to recall your past lives, you get to connect with various beings and get a better understanding of yourself, of why you're here and all this stuff. It's amazing. So like having, like, I worked with some people, it's been fun seeing these results. And I want to make a variety content, meaning inviting people, if any of you would be willing to show up like this on Zoom with me, face to face. If you would like to be off camera, we can like put a photo or something over that, but discuss something like your awakening. What's your awakening? Like, how did your journey start? How did you wake up? What have you been through? What have you learned? Like all of these subjects and stuff. I want to talk to people because there's just so many of us who are waking up, and everyone is having this issue, or like a lot of people are having this issue with, I'm aware, I'm awake, but there's no one to talk to. And I want to gather these people together. There is a lot of people, there's so many people we can talk to, but we just don't know that option yet. And if we can like communicate, you come with me, we go like either live or just connect on Zoom, spend a few hours together, talk about stuff. I'll ask you questions. I want to learn about you. I want to know your story, because you've been here watching me and my crazy life and like listening to my stories. Now I want to make it different. I want to listen to you. I want to have you share your story. Maybe I can comment about something if that's what you want and stuff. But this Q&A back and forth communication would be amazing in my mind. And then we can upload it here. Like let someone else listen to your story and share their own. And I think like this would really help people to connect, share different belief systems, share different experiences, compare, discuss. This is something I want to do, and various subjects, awakening, getting out of body, near-death experiences, secret space program, like all of these things that happen to people that, a lot of us are having a hard time talking about publicly, thinking like, oh, people are going to consider us crazy and all this stuff. So this is something I'm looking forward to. And again, if anyone would like to do it with me, please write me an email. I want to sit down with you and have a conversation, and we can see if there's something you don't want to talk, like you don't want to be uploaded, we can cut it out and stuff, but it would be good. My idea. Anyway, so there's that. So yeah, I want to upload this alternative health content where, massages and things you can do to get better. Everything I've been talking up until now, out of body experiences, entities and stuff like that, there's going to be more content. but I want this back and forth interview kind of like thing. I think it'll be good. So yeah, so there's that. Anyway, I don't know, like I'm all over the place. It's been a while since I streamed. It's been a while since I've been making quality content. Like I have some ideas and stuff, but it's just been difficult sitting down and talking about these subjects. But like been reading some books, been studying. So like there's like a lot of different subjects and topics to cover, news that are happening live, and again, if there's something like people are talking about aliens, like alien disclosure and stuff like that, UFOs, like finally the government's talking about it. So, hey, let's get together, let's talk about it, let's discuss, like, what's your thoughts on the subject and stuff. So, yeah, so there's that stuff. But I really like the idea. For all this time, you've been listening to my stories, what I have experienced when I got out of body, what I have experienced when I saw this and that entity. But it's very different when we can get together, sit down, and whether I guide you and you can recall your past lives, or you can like see entities and talk about it, just having someone else share that story. It's not just me, it is someone else too. And then there's a lot of people who have that. So like I think it'll give people a different mindset, and maybe we can get something out of that as well. Anyway, yeah. I haven't been planning much. I was just like today, just a few minutes before starting the stream, I clicked like update the website, like, yay, a few functions are working. That's just good enough. Like, let's go. There's like a lot of work to do still, but like I'm just happy. I'm just happy. Like finally, I'm moving forward. Yay. So there's that. There's that. Anyway, I'm gonna check out the chat. Adam, Oscar, Fajar, Alus, John, Smoker, hello everyone, Kumar, El Gringo. Nice, so many people, like it's just refreshing, refreshing to have so many of you here. Thank you for all your support, I really appreciate it. Yeah, for unique service, don't listen to the pushback, congrats on your website, proud of you launching your platform, thank you, appreciate it. Adam is saying, hey Aquila, would you be able to provide a service to find a willing entity that might be interested to perform astral surgery on you? Okay, interested in probably, yeah. Here's the thing about astral surgery. So, you can do it yourself. You can do it intuitively, and more like when you lay down, on the bed, on the couch, when you sit down and you just get in this comfortable position and you look at yourself, and you can go with like imagination. You might not know some of the things that can be wrong with you, like you feel somewhat fine and you can go with that, or you can have an issue. You can have like, well, when I try to close my eyes and imagine something, I don't see anything, or I have a hard time remembering my past lives, or I have this migraine or a headache or something else, and there's this issue, and how would you do the astral surgery? So I would go with like, first getting comfortable, breathing. It's just all about relaxing your body, a little bit at least, getting comfortable where it's just safe environment, where you're comfortable, where you're okay. And once you relax, you can close your eyes and imagine, and you don't necessarily have to see everything, but just the idea of you laying down and seeing yourself on a table. What would it be like? You see yourself on a table or on the couch, or however your own workshop would look like. You don't necessarily need to be in a like doctor's office and like, oh look, a dentist chair or something else. Like not necessarily like that. It can be a comfortable bed or something else. But you have your own workshop, meaning any tool you can imagine that can help you. Whether it is a tool you have seen in real life that doctors or dentists or someone else has, or it's imaginary, like, okay, I'm gonna pick this like golden, I don't know, hand or something, or it's just gonna be a glove and I'm gonna put it on, and now it's gonna have this healing energy sucking out all the entities out of my body. Literally, anything you think of and imagine will be there. It is your own workshop, your own creativity. So whatever tool you can think of that will be there to help you out. You hear so many stories about things that can help you. Okay, golden shackles for entities. Oh, like the galactic vacuum to suck up something else, like agreements and stuff like that. Anything you can imagine will be there in your own workshop. So every possible tool is there. And anything you think of, you create, so all of a sudden that tool is there. And then as you see or think of yourself laying on a table, you walk closer to your body. And basically you would go with like, okay, so if I was to scan myself, where do I think the issue is? Well, recently in life, I've been feeling more exhausted. So I'm just gonna go move my hand through the body and feel the tension. Here's a little practice even now, like I'm gonna be all over the place today, I guess. But as you sit down here with me, watching this video, and I hope you're comfortable, but like you're saying, Adam, I can't even visualize, that is okay, no worries. So if you are in a comfortable position where you're not working too much, where you're not driving and you're okay to do this, think of this thing. You have your hands here together and just think of creating this bubble, this energy in your hands where you're gonna feel heat, which is gonna be warmth, right? So want to create this energy ball. You don't have to see it, but you feel like it's getting warmer. And if it's hard to do this, start by, okay, I have hands, just rub them together. Rub them together, it's feeling good, okay. Now here's like this, hold it like this. And you will feel maybe little tingles. Maybe it's gonna be just a little bit warm. Maybe you feel some kind of tension, like, oh, like it's kind of like, it's not this tight, it's actually bigger. Yeah, like this is better. But you feel this little pressure in your hands, and go with that, go with the feeling state. You don't have to see anything, you don't have to visualize. But this heat, this warmth, what you need to think of, little bubble, right? So just this little circle, right? And think of your hand as if you're creating this bubble energy. You're directing your energy through your body to this one point, your hand, your palm, and this little ball, right? And so as you focus on it, you're just like trying to feel good. Think of good things, think of the positive things, like, or don't think at all, whichever way is like better for you. But it's important part to direct better energy or good thoughts, so that when you're sitting here and you're thinking like, oh my god, I need to cover my bills, and I think my girl or guy is cheating on me or something else, it's not gonna work. It's like these thoughts will be discouraging, these thoughts will like really get in the way and interrupt the flow, so it's not gonna help. You need to focus on like that one time when you were in the shower and the warm water like really felt good, like, oh, that's relaxing, that's nice. And I took a nap. Like, it doesn't have to be something majestic. You know, like some people don't have those experiences in life. So like make something simple. You ate a piece of chocolate and it felt really good. Lovely. You had a coffee. Amazing. Yeah, ki. Chi and prana and like all these ways we're gonna call energy. It's just gonna be heat, your life force, you know, like there's a lot of titles, right? But you literally start with creating this bubble or energy or the heat form in your hands and you feel it. But then as you have this feeling state, try like imagining what would it be like to have this ball energy move through your hand, going through here, staying in your chest, and going to the other hand, right? So you're gonna try moving this heat ball or just energy through your hands, but this is like a little practice. Or simply have your hands like this and you just feel the heat or the warmth or the energy. Great, this is the start. But this is the tool when you have your own body on a table, you're thinking of the actual surgery you're gonna perform on yourself, or even like, you know, you close your eyes, you simply consciousness shift, so you have your own physical body, you have another aspect of you coming closer to your physical body, or even like sitting like this, not doing anything, but imagining like, okay, you're gonna direct energy, you're gonna create this ball. But the thing we're gonna do with this is like, once you create this heat and you're feeling like warmth, you're feeling energy, like people will have different perceptions. There is no wrong way, there is no only one way. So I am talking about all these possibilities and possible labels because people will perceive this and understand this differently. I don't think there is a really good way to explain this, or at least I am not finding it myself. People will have this like different experiences and it's really hard to put it in words. But, you know, just try it, like whatever you feel, right? So you scan your body on the actual table or wherever you're laying. And as you move your hand, this heat ball that you've just formed is kind of like your scanner. as you're moving, you might feel colder spots in your body. Or it's like there's pressure or pushback. Like you're moving, okay, this is your body, you're having your heat ball, you're going like, ooh, you just felt like your hand went like this. Like, why did that happen, right? So you might like, okay, take a note there, that might be a problematic place in your body. And as you explore your body, you're just scanning it, like all of these like colder places or pushback places or denser places will like give you an idea that this is a problematic place. And this is where you spend more time, simply like holding your hand over there and thinking, okay, I'm removing this energy. If you don't have visuals, this is fine. Simply having an idea, or even like having your hand on your body physically. Just like, it's not magic. It's simply like feeling your body and you're going here. Oh, okay, my throat. Okay, it feels like something is here. And you're gonna spend like you're not touching your throat, but you're having it with gloves, right? So this energy ball will tell you like, okay, feels like pushback, colder energy, and you're just gonna direct like, okay, good thoughts. So whatever's here, this denser, darker place, pushback, whatever I'm feeling, I'm pulling this out. It's like this heat ball will, I'll like burn it. It's gonna suck it out of you. It's just gonna remove it. But you have this idea that this will work. Like simply, it's just an idea, right? We're just playing with it, but the magic happens, like, oh, all of a sudden I feel better. Weird. Whatever. Coincidence? No. Who knows? And you're just gonna continue. So you're gonna scan your body, but all these little hints your body will give you. Colder place, denser place. You might get the visual that this is dark. You're literally, your hand is gonna be like a razor. You're gonna remove it. You're gonna get it out of your system. And once you remove all of that, getting something back is really important, right? So that we don't leave any empty spaces. So simply imagining that, okay, this loving energy, healing energy, something that you want and like, this part will come within, like you're just imagining like a flow. Like think of sitting under a waterfall, think of like being showered with something, but it's good. You name it specifically what you want. The good energy, the healing energy. If you had like issues here with throat, it's like usually like self-expression. So maybe as you remove something that has made it hard and difficult for you to express yourself and talk about certain subjects and be your authentic self, now you're more like, okay, so I removed anything that was here and I'm allowing myself to express myself. I'm allowing myself to talk about these subjects. I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable and give myself a voice and name these issues and talk about these subjects. But you just have this, like you just imagine it. It's just an energy, it's a thought, it's an emotion, it's an like anything, you name it. And you allow it to enter that space. And now it's like, okay, so whatever negative or like whatever that was in the way that you removed, now you put something positive in it, and that's it. That's the astral surgery. But then that's just one way. There are lots of variations. Pick a tool. Oh, you think you might have astral implant in your head and now some entities are blocking information? You think you have your chakra blocked and closed? Any tool, like, okay, I'm just gonna take this drill and like, and you just go it in your head and you like remove that stuff and you clear it up, you put some goo in there, okay, that'll work, like, whatever you imagine, you just play with it. It's just thoughts, right? But for some reason it works. And that's the magic, like, if you believe in it, allow yourself this possibility to just fool around and explore. Fool around and see what happens. Because all the answers are within you. All of these things, like whatever I'm sharing, it's all within you. Whatever you ask, you already have the answer here. It's just that we need to explore and we need to voice it. For me, it has worked. I wouldn't say all the time on all the issues, but like a lot of the energetic work, a lot of little thingies with astral implants, or like some people feel like there's this like tension on their shoulders and they're super exhausted. We can look in a physical way of our muscles and fascia and how we're like using our physical body and stuff like that, but it's not necessarily just that. Some people will literally have this massive entity clinging on them, on their shoulders, hanging on to them like that, and you're like, okay, astral surgery, oh, there's this, I feel this heaviness. Like, you might not see things, and that's fine, but you might feel it. Like, you come to your body, you just have your like hands closed and you feel like there seems to be heaviness over here on your shoulders. It's just like, it's almost as if you can touch it and feel it. So what if, okay, well, how big and wide is it? Okay, it's here, like this big. And you just imagine picking it up and throwing it into the trash can or whatever, like just get rid of it. But you allow yourself to play with that idea. What can you feel? How does it look like? What does it feel like? Can you see that stuff? If you see that, amazing. If you don't worry about it. Just explore. Feeling states. You might not even feel, you might not even see, you might not hear, you might not smell. That is fine. You might have knowingness. Just like, I just feel like there's something on my shoulders. Like, I just know there's something there. Go with it. Your consciousness is giving you all the answers. You just need to listen to it. So this like possibility to just sit down, daydream and think about stuff and just imagine our body and just explore. What kind of feeling states are you getting? What kind of emotions are you getting? Focus on that. Play with it. Experiment. Because all of these things I'm talking about, I have not read about it that much. But I know each and every one of us can do it because it's just us exploring. Like, same way with massages. Like, there are written techniques of how to do stuff. Yay, it works for some of us. But if you have enough practice and you just allow yourself to play around, like, what if I do this? What if I do that? That feels better. I like it. And the person feels better too. That works. So you just like allow yourself this opportunity to explore, to play around, and maybe you'll find the answer, something that works for you. And that's the most important part. Whether like that later part, is this real? Am I just making this stuff up? What the hell is going on? It does not matter. If you get results, it does not matter. Now, that's the most important part. You play around, you fool around, but hey, something happened, I feel better. Good. That's all you need. Real or not, does not matter. Did that work or not? Does not matter. You felt results, you felt better. Go with it. Allow that thing to be. So, there's that. If we would talk about astral surgery, I would say you can do it on yourself. But Adam, you've also asked, can we find an entity or another being that would be interested in providing this kind of service? With that, I would say, if you know anyone from your soul family, group that you have been with and have a really good connection with before you came here on Earth, or your other aspects is over there with them, if you have contact with them, and definitely like a lot of us do have contact, we just need to be able to receive that stuff. Because like a lot of groups, like Pleiadians and Lyrans and Trusians and others will talk to us, they will communicate with us, they will try to give us signs, but if we're not able to read it, well, yeah, there's that. So like I think it's really important for us to choose or think of ways like, okay, how am I gonna interpret it? Like if I'm gonna read a book and there's gonna be this line and it's just like a line, but I feel some importance, so like maybe I felt the need to read the book and see that line because someone from up there, someone like from our like soul family or past life beings, they're giving us a message, and this is exactly what I needed to see. So like there are like a lot of variations with how to go with it, but choosing how you will receive information and being able to interpret it is very important. So finding a being that will perform astral surgery on you, it's best to find someone that you've been in contact with, that you have a good connection with. Because like I wouldn't be with, hey, is there a being that would like to perform astral surgery with me? Like, no. You might get beings that will do that for you, but this might not necessarily help you. They will do the astral surgery, but on what terms? What are they going to do exactly? Are they going to help or not? And so we have to be very specific with who we talk to and whose help are we asking and what are they going to do to us. And I think like having someone that we have known in past, that we have worked with, that we have trust in, these beings would definitely help us out. And that's where, again, having consciousness shifting, you literally close your eyes or have it open, whichever is comfortable for you, but you imagine a place that is secure. It's going to be your own safe heaven, right? And then you make sure that you put rules out there. No one can enter this place. It's out of duality. It's out of matrix. There's no archons, no reptilians, no you list out beings who can enter there or not. And then only that being with this essence, and you feel like a person, a being that you might have known in your past, that you have a really good connection with, and when you're with them, you feel super safe, you're excited, you're healing, you're comfortable, you're yourself, you can express yourself. You just think of like this essence the being will have that you're gonna meet. It's gonna be your best friend or someone else. But only that being with that essence that you feel and describe will be able to enter that realm that you create. And after that, you invite, like, okay, so the being that I have just described, please come to this location, come to see me. You give an invitation, and that being will show up. You might feel their energy. That being might show up right in front of you. Great. And from that moment, you can like communicate, like, hey, look, I have issues with my physical body. Some of the things I'm aware of, some of the things I'm not. Could you please perform astral surgery on me and help me out on these issues? So you literally now have created a safe place. You have a being that you know, you have a being that you trust in, and that's going to be a being that's going to help you out. So that would be a way to go about it, possible way. But yeah, that's one way to do it. There's a lot of ways to approach this. A lot of ways. It's just one out of many. So again, feel free to explore. Probably tons of techniques to do this as well. There's that. Just giving a little shout out to Allison, Eddie, Loveskin, Denise, Taiki, Chrissy. Thank you everyone for coming here and checking out my channel and just watching this and being with me here. Appreciate it. Adam is saying, Aquila, I have no idea how to do anything like this by myself. That's probably the thing. It's just exploring. It's just fooling around. Like, you think of possibilities of, would this work if I did that? And it's like being a kid, being curious and trying something out. And it's all our imagination. But whatever we imagine, we create. So I think that will work. I'm saying I would really love to have a session with you and talk about this. Sure. Like I said, for those that have just joined us, I want to do interviews and explore all these variations. Like, you have this idea of like astral surgery. Let's sit down, like write me an email. Let's schedule a date and time, connect, do a video together. We show up here. We're going to upload the video for everyone, whether you want to be on camera or not. But this variation of like, okay, here's what we're going to pick. Just play around, see what happens, how you're gonna feel about it, and after and everything else, and like just again playing around, seeing what happens. But one thing, it works for me, right? But anyone else is gonna try it and talk about this. It's like, hey, this is like seems more legit because now more people are doing it, right? Anyway, a possibility. So if you want to do something like that, please feel free to write me an email, kurosawa@yahoo.com. Reach out to me. Have you ever met other races than the Ultimate race who are able to perform astral surgeries on humans? Plenty. Pleiadians do it, Illyrians do it, Zootrax. I think few Zootrax, this feline humanoid warrior-like beings, are doing it as well. But it's more like a lot of people will take your other aspect, like astral body, another like physical body that you have, or more like put your consciousness in an organic body and then work on a different level. There's like a lot of things that like happen technologically on the astral and physical level as well. Printing body, printing organs, like sort of like this recovery, just being in a pod and being recharged, a lot of things like that. I would like to get some people from the SSP that would talk about this stuff because they have a lot of great experiences and memories about it. Like I would say, like not necessarily great experiences, like someone would be traumatic, but the technology itself is pretty amazing. So it would be great to have someone else share it. So we'll see. Like again, like I'm excited about future and possible projects. So we'll see. Astral Kung Fu battles against pesky entities, for sure. But yeah, this is exactly what it is, though. You know, you walk around and you have this feeling state or thought that's comes up, and it's just like it's not serving you. It does not have a good purpose. You feel agitated, irritated. You feel anxious. You feel stressed. Like it's just not serving you, and it's fun. It's just like keeps on like on a loop. It's repetitive. It's intrusive. It's really like getting down, like on like you're just sitting, and again, and it hits you and it annoys you even more. And then we go deeper into it. Drives you nuts. So again, like being able to recognize that it's not necessarily you. You don't control your emotions. It would be great, but being able to sit down and identify, like, okay, what am I feeling right now? Stop everything. Well, if you're good about it, you know, like you don't have to stop your car and like stop your whole life about it, but more like if some thought or emotion shows up that's really agitating you, you have to like stop and identify, like, okay, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? What is like, is it serving me? Does it have a purpose? Is this emotion letting me know that there's something deeper? Like I noticed, like for me, there, like I used to have this thing about jealousy. Like, oh, I wish I had more attention. Like my lover would give time to everyone else but me, and like I feel jealous. But like, no. This is not jealousy. Not jealousy at all. Like I'm fine with that guy communicating to anyone. Like it's completely fine. I just feel like I would like to sit down for like 10, 15 minutes and have an open conversation, be able to talk about like stuff freely. And I feel like we talk on the surface, and like I would like to go deeper. So that like jealousy was like, hey, like it's not jealousy. It's just like letting me know that there's an underlying emotion, underlying issue that I should look at. Like, so like being able to have this introspection of you identify what kind of emotion or feeling state or anything else that you're feeling, sit down and ask, like, what is it? Is this, does this feeling or emotion have a purpose? Is this serving me? Is this telling me something? And you're like, you know, once you look at it, it's usually that emotion will give us a deeper answer, and we're like, yeah, it's just like I have one of my needs not met or something else. But a lot of times it's not even us, it's more like out of the blue, it's just a trigger, but it's not necessarily you. It's like, what is this? And you know, we can identify entities or something else targeting us, and then you know, there's like lots of ways to remove it. But yeah, definitely like these actual kung fu battles with pesky entities is definitely a thing every freaking day. But you know, like to some level, I would not say like it's not something we cannot get tripped for our whole lives. We can make it lesser, I would say. You know, we still have entities all over the place, but we can make sure that, you know, we are not misidentifying and not picking up someone else's thoughts and feeling states. But at the same time, we can be like, okay, we got to the place where we work on ourselves, what triggers us, how we're going to react, how we're going to feel about it. Once we work through our issues and work on ourselves to get a better understanding, these guys, whatever they tell us, whatever they try to inflict on us, they will not be able to affect us. So they can be in our space, entities can exist all the time, but they cannot harm us. And to get to that level, I think it's really important. It's really great to see this kind of development. Like, I would not say I'm perfect at it, but it's so easy to tell, like, you're just like doing something throughout a day, and this weird thought shows up, like, oh, I want to kill myself. Like, where did that come from? Like, why would I feel this way? I had an amazing day, and now I want to like die? What the hell? Or you know, like you have this like just like weird, like out of the blue, like, so it's like you can easily tell and like make sure, like, hey, it's not me. I don't feel this way. My day was fine. I'm not triggered. But this thought that came into my space, this feeling state that just appeared, is not mine. And so you being able to identify it and even state that this is a lie, it's not true, it's not me, even that alone clears the issue. It just gets the entity out of your space, because like, oh, it's not working. That person is aware of me. That person is aware of what I'm doing. So, you know, like Rich 2150X once said, I really like this metaphor, but you know, you're working in this huge company, right? And you find out if one of your workers has been stealing money, and you find out about it, like that guy is not, or that guy or girl is not going to show up the other day. They're not going to come to work. Like, oh, oopsie, they found out, like, let's go. So, you know, simple as that. But yeah. Anyway. Reality Forecast asking, have you ever used radionics or a radionics device? No, Sally, I haven't. Should look into it, should try it out, but so far I haven't. Adam again is asking, might be an outlandish question, but have you ever seen what the chief archon in Gnosticism looks like? If so, can you please describe fully? I would say probably no to this. I know these guys like have a hierarchy, but at the same time, archons are no different than us. It's all consciousness eventually. Like depends on how far we're gonna look at it. People can like call us like, oh, okay, humans are messed up. Humans are, they're really, and just put a lot of words in it, right? But we're talking about a race, a group of people, without really looking at there is consciousness in the body. The consciousness chose to be in a physical body with certain role. So consciousness can choose to have a reptilian body, to have a mantis body, to have a Draco body, to be an AI, to have an Archon body, and just have a different role. Simply as you're gonna play chess, and you can be the kid who's gonna play with white figures or black figures, and okay, you have this game, great. But you choose to play the game, and you choose which kind of role you're gonna have and how you're gonna react. So having this like chief archon, I would say like it's more like consciousness playing within a body of a certain race, but it's no different than us. Other than that being just chose to play a game differently. Maybe they like to have more control. Maybe they like to have a different body. They can be good. They can be bad. There's like a lot of variations. But other than that, like it's consciousness. So they might have titles and labels, but with looks, it's all consciousness, point of view, awareness. But that's my take on it. Like I might be completely wrong. Who knows? Taiki's asking, what is your favorite thing to explore about the Astrolog Villa? By the way, I sent you a PM in a Discord with a pic that you asked. So, okay, like my favorite thing to explore in the Astral? I would say races, just talking to different beings. It just amazes me. Same like in this life where we talk to people and some of us might have traumas, right? So like let's say a girl got cheated on, or she got like sexual abuse or something, and now she says all guys are pigs or something like that. And it's just generalized statement about like a massive group of people without having a certain understanding, but you just have this kind of like notion about it, right? So to me, when we talk about reptilians are bad or AI suppressing us and everything else, the most amazing part is going and meeting individuals. A whole race, we have a certain feeling about them all, but when we go and meet some individuals, like they're good reptilians. I wouldn't say not everyone, for sure not. They're like, some can be really dark, they can be problematic, they can be super suppressive, and like, yeah, I don't want to go there. But there are individuals who are really into helping humanity, or like really super interesting, intelligent. And so for me, like the most interesting thing is going and meeting individuals who have a different side of story to share. Like we're talking about like, okay, here's an issue, here's a race, but how do certain individuals feel about it? There are those, let's say we're looking at reptilians or Dracos or even Anunnaki Canine, and they might have hierarchy, so their leader is saying, kill that planet, suppress everyone, enslave them and everything else. And we're like, no, okay, like, but how does everyone else under you feel like? And someone be like super supportive, like, yeah, like, like just the way Hitler or Russians or Ukrainians have their supporters, and they go with like, let's go, let's kill, let's do this thing. And then you have individuals who are like, I don't want to fight. I don't want the war. I have a great mind. I'm playing in this body. I want to help others. I want to share this technology. Their whole point of view is very different. And so yeah, so for me, like just seeing that different side, different point of view of everyone else, I wouldn't like again like having this freedom to not put labels, not call everyone or a certain group is like this. Yeah, some individuals might be, but there are others who are like completely opposite. So putting labels is pretty difficult. But it's for me like this is the best part. Like a lot of different worlds and realms have like looks that are super hard to describe. Like some like you look at Earth or sci-fi movies or any kind of fantasy movies and like or you read books about something or you watch videos or you play video games or you watch anime and you just see someone else's imagination with the world they give you, like Star Wars universe or like I don't know, Game of Thrones or something else, and you have this whole thing where you're just like you go in there, it's like it's freaking amazing. But then you have a different realm where it's more like psychedelic realm. There's not something you can touch or like how would you explain a bunch of colors just spinning out there, like what is this? But it's a realm, so like it's pretty interesting. Like there's plenty of things that are super hard to explain in human language or words or to even define and describe things, but for me like that's like to like exploring different individuals and hearing someone else's story, different kind of worlds and realms. It's just like mind cannot wrap things around like what the hell is going on, but like this is interesting. So there's that. But yeah, I would say like these are like probably the best things for me. But there's plenty others I think, but these are like the ones that I'm interested in most. Like just things we see and hear on Earth, all these stories, and then maybe just choosing a topic and like okay, let's just see a different point of view. How do Earth beings feel about it and stuff like that? Like that as well. But yeah, I would say that would be my answer. Adam is asking and saying, one time I saw a being, I think, that looks like a robot bug and then it suddenly disappeared. I could be wrong, but I only saw it for a split second. Is that Narcon? If so, what is it exactly? Robot bug like being. It reminds me of like, could be Mantis, but boy, we have such a little understanding about the beings out there. And like, we hear, like, I don't know. We are plenty of stories, and they're like repetitive races. Like we know Pleiadians and Lyrans and Dracos and Reptilians are pretty common. Mantis, like get mentioned as well. John Roberts, because of him and our work together, we found beings like Aldebaran. They're like again plant-like beings and stuff like humanoid plant-like beings. But the for me like I've seen plenty of bug-like beings, like whatever we see here on Earth, or you go to the art station or some people they're doing arts and they will give their perception on what would this, let's say, animal or bug or something else be like if we combine it as like a robot or a human or someone else. What if it was an alien? You see all these variations, but the thing is we're not necessarily creating it, we are remembering it. Like a lot of these things that we draw and put in ours or write stories about, it's not our creation, it's our memory. We just have like little glimpses of it and we put a story about it and stuff, but it's something we have experienced before. And so a lot of the beings, I don't think we have labels for them, I don't think we have names for it. Like yeah, just like going out there visiting different realms and then talking to these beings and finding their stories. This is the best thing. Like again, like if you like, since some of you asked me, I think it was sorry, Taiki, meeting beings out there, beings that you have not seen before, beings that don't necessarily as a race have a title and label. We have such a little knowing, but there's so many out there. It's not like 5 or 7 or 20 billions. It's like endless. Whatever you imagine can exist out there. So like bug-like and stuff, there can be hundreds of thousands. And to call that Narcon, possibly one of them that already took a shape of like bug-like robot stuff, but not necessarily. So I think like Adam, you have saw that being for a glimpse second. You can like literally focus on like, okay, how did it felt like when I saw that being? Did I feel good or kind of like creeped out and stuff like that? And you can literally think about, okay, bug robot-like being, what would it be like if I communicated with that stuff, like that specific being I saw for a glimpse second? And you just like think of what it looked like, how it made you feel, the essence of that being, and just in your mind you put out a question, hi, who are you? And you might get the answer back, and like you think like it's your own thoughts, you're just talking to yourself, but it's actually, again, how you're gonna interpret it. Like it's gonna be another being talking to you telepathically. So like there's like a lot of variations, but you can definitely get communication back and forth, and you can, like, if you saw a being once, just catch their essence, who they are, like that essence of how they made you feel. Looks can differ, but the essence of the being, this is like when you're connecting to the consciousness, and then you can literally have a conversation with that specific being. So again, like communication for me, like I would not necessarily name it as an archon possibility, but there's so many races that we have not discovered yet, or that we have not given labels to describe their looks and who they are specifically. So if, like, I think like having the conversation and being able to find out ourselves, yeah, that's definitely the thing. Taiki is asking, can righteous spiritual anger scare these entities away effectively? I feel like righteous human anger is so powerful to even ward off ETs sometimes, perhaps not at all. Yeah. So the thing about anger, it is super good to feel anger. If you're feeling anger, if you're feeling pissed off, if you're feeling something like that, good for you. I think society and system makes us feel bad and wrong about it, identifying like, oh, you should not feel this way and stuff like that. It's oppressive, as in to tell us to not feel anger. If you're feeling anger, good for you. It is telling you that something's not right, and you're feeling like, hey, I do not like this, I will not stand for this, it's gonna be different. Good for you if you feel anger. So, righteous or not, anger is good. We have to, I would say, like, like against society suppressing people like that, like saying that if we're feeling one way or the other, we're bad, wrong, and guilty and stuff like that. No. However you feel, it is good. It's good that you feel that way. We just have to have an understanding of it. Righteous anger, can righteous spiritual anger scare entities away? Absolutely. The thing about it is, like, they will harm you. They can put thoughts in your head. They can put feeling states in your space. They can harm people around you with thoughts. Again, like try to cause misunderstandings, miscommunications, and harm the communication. Just like little situations that they can affect with how others will react, and they might trigger you, or with how you're going to react. People who are hardly triggered will have people or surroundings around them affected in a way that will have it trigger you. Like if they cannot get to you through you, they will try to use someone else to get to you. So like if you're like, I'm standing my ground and I feel fine and I'm strong, but your weak spot is if your lover or your siblings or your family or someone else is gonna get attacked, this is where you can't handle stuff. Or, you've had issues with your mom or dad or someone else for a long time. And if something they say will trigger you or piss you off, you by yourself, you're fine. But when you have that person coming into your space saying that one phrase that's really gonna piss you off, yeah, they can affect you to others. So like, there's a lot of variations with how entities can mess with us. And having this anger about them, and feeling this anger, it's good to express it. It's good to feel it. And like, fret alone. Like, if you keep messing with me, I'm gonna like kill you. I'm gonna explode you. I'm gonna put you in a box and like I will uncreate you. I will do this and that to you. Like giving them a threat, so that you have to know that you are powerful. And once you believe that you can do something to them, they will be afraid. Because we can like give threats all day long. Like, oh, I'm gonna uncreate you. Or I'm gonna destroy you, or I'm gonna do something else to you. They will not be afraid. Like, let's say entities or ETs or other beings will not give a damn. But if you know your own power, let's say, think of a Harry Potter movie, the third one, Prisoner of the Azkaban, I think. And there's this scene where the class is being taught by Professor Lupus, and they have this wardrobe where person's biggest fear will jump out of the closet, and you have to get that spell, and expel Patronum or whatever, I don't remember. But anyway, you tell the one spell, and this entity changes, and it turns into something funny. It's something like, oh, all of a sudden you were able to change. So like your biggest fear just changed into something super funny. And this is your superpower. If you know that you can do this, if you know that entities that are like trying to throw these words at you, that are trying to make you feel bad, wrong, and guilty, or like really messing with you and stuff like that, and you have this focus and you're like, okay, if you mess with me, I will like really uncreate you. I will turn you into something else. But you know that you can do this, and you've tried it, and you played with it, and you've seen results. These guys will be running away. And having this anger, when they piss you off, will be enough to ward them away for good, or even ETs for good, if you know that you're powerful and you can do this. If you think you can do this, but you don't trust yourself, they will be like, no, like they can read through you. They know like, oh, that person, like, they think they're powerful, well, they're not. They're not playing with it. They're not playing with their abilities. They're not trying it out. So we can mess with them. But if you know, like, you've already tried it, like you've been messed with, and some people, like, let's say, okay, you're being targeted by reptilians, and so you go to you follow their hierarchy, they have like fleets and stuff, and all you need to do is imagine, okay, they have like, let's say, a few hungry spaceships, and it all explodes. The thing is, for those guys, it took years, or a long time, to create those spaceships. For you, it took one thought, an intention, to destroy it. But it works. And so these guys will be like, so for you to just play with your imagination and try it out on them. Once you give them a few threats, once you know that ability works, your imagination, whatever you think about, whatever you focus on, can really change everything. Man, it works wonders. So your anger, if you're able to use it right, like you're powerful and they piss you off, that one threat, that one phrase will really get those entities out of your space, because they know what you can do. And they can only piss you off so much. Because they know, like, if they go too far, you're going to uncreate them. You're going to destroy them. You're going to do something else. Whatever you feel like. And so they know how you feel. All of these entities and beings, they can scan us. They know our thoughts, they know our feeling states, they know our triggers inside out and everything else. So they read us really easily. They know how to get to us. But they also know that if we know our power, if we've played with it, if we try to work with it, they know that, we can really kill them, we can really destroy them, we can really uncreate them. And they will have that fear. One phrase will only stop or else. That's it. And they're gonna like, okay, sorry, gotta run before I get found out and destroyed and stuff like that. So it does work. It definitely does work. Lovescan saying only love, they can't take that frequency. Absolutely. There are a lot of ways to approach this. And I would not say there's only one way to do this. A lot. Some people will have, I've met plenty of people who in their past lives, they did use that power to create, to destroy, to uncreate, and do a lot of things, and it worked for them. But they have also got the trauma of, I've hurt too many beings, and I wish I would have not done that. And they come to this world being hyper vigilant, constantly looking around, trying to please everyone, making sure everyone around them is feeling fine, no one's triggered, and you're doing everything possible to make sure everyone's fine, right? So this hypervigilance puts people in place of, it's not empathic. Being empathic is putting yourself in someone else's shoes, knowing how they feel, but not taking responsibility for their stuff. Hypervigilance is like, okay, that person is feeling mad. My mom is mad that I didn't take out the trash, and she's gonna do this stuff, and we just go tons of fuss, and we're feeling really messed up. But again, having this ability to know that, okay, I have hurt someone in the past, but I forgive myself. People will have fear and triggers, so they will be because I did something bad that they consider bad in the past, they will not allow themselves the power to create and destroy. They will minimize themselves. They put themselves in the cage of, I should not use that power as a creation and stuff like that for anything like that, and only love will work. So I've met plenty of people who can get righteously angrily and mad and be in the destructive mode and killing zone, and it's fine. And there are people who are going to be only love, and it's fine as well. Like whatever approach you take that you feel is good for you at that time, good for you, whatever works. And like allowing ourselves that freedom to explore, to feel good about ourselves, to see whatever works, go for it. So yeah, like for some people, only love will work. Having this like, yeah, you might have hurt me, but I forgive you. Like Ho'oponopono and stuff like that. Like tons of techniques that will definitely work, that will get them out of your space as well. Anyway, there's plenty of questions. I am gonna save it and probably make videos about it. But I'm gonna have to go. There's like some of the things coming up. But anyway, anyone and everyone that has showed up today, thank you so much. Like I really appreciate your support, your attention, you being here with me. And if you feel like we can connect and make videos together and like discuss stuff, please feel free to like write me an email. If you feel like checking out my new website and saying, hey, Kavita, this is not working or you should improve this, please give me the feedback, criticize anything you want. Like I'm always open for criticism and getting better and stuff like that. So anyway, again, I appreciate everyone showing up, spending your precious time here with me, supporting me, sharing your thoughts, having all these questions. Thank you so much. I just have to like take care of other business, but I'll be back with you. I want to get back to streaming and doing this more often. So anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you